Hey guys, it's me, Holly Madison. Welcome back to my channel. I'm continuing my reaction series to Girls Next Door. This is season 2, episode 10, I think. It's called The 21 Club. It's about Kendra's 21st birthday in Vegas. If you'd hit the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And let's get on with the episode. Every time I turn my TV back on, I lose where I was the last time. Like, I wish it would just open back up to like the last app I was on and the last show, but it doesn't. It's funny because this episode is Kendra's 21st birthday, but like you've seen her drinking throughout the show, which I don't care, like no shade. Like I mean, we all drink when we're like 18, 19 in college, whatever, high school, but like, I don't care. But it's weird to me how it was like, nobody cared that like Hef was contributing to a minor this whole time. And also just goes to show you that the clubs in LA would never card, at least when we walked in, because he was taking her out to all the clubs too. Bridget's wrapping a present. It's really cute. It's supposed to look like a gambling table. Super cute. So there's a scene where Kendra's mom and grandma and brother are coming up, and it just reminds me so much of the episode, the season 1, episode 3 that we have gone over before. And also this is like her second birthday episode, and I've not yet had a birthday episode. And her mom gives her a bathing ape jacket, and those are the jackets where like the hood zipped all the way up. I thought they were super funny. It's so weird because it has Kendra with her grill, and Bridget sees it and she goes, oh, those are diamonds? But I feel like watching this show, I feel like she got the grill. It seems like so long ago. So I wonder how mixed up this season is as far as timeline. Oh my gosh, it's showing us go out to Mastro's, and I forgot how Hef would have a photographer follow him all the time. And we would always, when we got out of the limo, like we'd pause and each one of us would take a picture of him. And then we'd all take a picture lined up in front of the restaurant. It's just weird, like seeing these old routines again, because they were so much part of the everyday, but then I forget totally about them. So it shows Kendra and Bridget and all their guests getting on a party bus to Vegas. I had to fly there and back because I was expected to be back by nighttime. Like I couldn't stay the night, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I'd have my freedom in a few years. Oh my God, so I flew to Vegas and I'm hanging out by the pool with Destiny and we're taking a picture and I'm doing this pose again. Stop it. That is my most like looking back hated thing. I hate it. Now they're in the bus and they're panicking because they don't know if Kendra brought her grill. And I know that feeling and I hate it. Like when I leave to go between houses, between LA and Vegas, like this trip, I forgot my laptop, so I couldn't even upload the videos I wanted to upload on YouTube this week because iMovie won't re-download on my phone for some reason. I don't know, it's just too much. But I hate that feeling when you're like halfway somewhere and it's too late to turn back and you realize you forgot something. It's the worst. The staff at the mansion were like the best sports. I don't think they got paid anything extra to be on the show, but they were always such good sports, like going along with everything, and they were just amazing to us. So we're going to the Palms right before the Playboy Club opened, I think, and you can see they're like constructing the Playboy store and everything. So it has me and the Playmates all down at the pool, and we were talking about getting Playboy tattoos together. I'd already had one. I don't remember having this conversation. I must have had way too much to drink. I have my stringy extensions in this episode, the individual like spaghetti extensions. You can see it in this pool scene. Oh, this is the scene where I'm drunk and I bowl myself down the bowling alley while Kendra's getting her hair and makeup done. And I forgot, I was wearing like a long flowy dress. I thought it was this one. I think I actually wear this in season 1. So I wore it as an Easter egg. This is my second failed Easter egg, by the way, but it's a different outfit. It's a dress that's similar to this, but it's not quite this. So it shows me bowling myself down the bowling alley. I knock the pins down and then I like race out of there before the thing comes back down that picks up the bowling pins. And I've since heard that you can get killed by those. So good thing I didn't know that then, huh? Oh my God, I'm already leaving. I have to leave so early to get back to take the last flight to be back with Hef. And it's such a bummer because I think I would have had so much fun. I also love when I'm leaving, I'm just walking around putting on deodorant. I'm always giving people jewelry I designed for my Playboy jewelry collection, but like I wanted the collection to be inspired by like real life moments of ours that you could see on screen. And then the Vegas birthday, I did like a do not disturb like hotel sign with a Playboy bunny on it. And then it shows me being driven off in the Palms pink Escalade, which was very 2000s iconic. So I wasn't there for the rest of the trip, so we're gonna see what happens, seeing it through new eyes the first time. Obviously I've seen this episode before, like when it came out and when we did the commentary, but I don't really remember what happened. I remember, and I don't know if this is from the show or just based on what I heard from other people, but I remember like Kendra was really mad that they had to like end the night when they did or something. She's like, it's my birthday, I want to stay out and have fun. And I guess their night got cut short for some reason, or like they had to go back to the room at a certain time for some reason. But I don't blame her, because like I would have liked to not have had to fly home, you know? I think it's kind of a shame that we didn't necessarily get to enjoy the experience as much as we could have. I think in general with this whole Playboy situation, but it is what it is. Oh my God, Don the Magic Wand. Do you guys remember him? He was this guy who hung out with Snoop Dogg, and he was always dressed up as a pimp. And he's in this episode. I always thought he was so funny because he was just like such a mascot and just like such a, like I love eccentric characters. Supposedly he's a retired pimp, which I don't know how I feel about that because I'm not liking the whole pimp thing. I don't know. But at the time I just saw him as kind of like a mascot. So I thought that was funny. Back then, it was a thing to have a Pimp Cup, and Don the Magic Wand gives Kendra this Pimp Cup, and we gave a Pimp Cup, or somebody did, somebody who works for him gave the executive producer a Pimp Cup at one point, and it had his nickname on it. And then they're at the nightclub. We have some conspicuously placed Captain Morgan, because of course they sponsored us. It's funny when you see Hef being driven back to the mansion, it's always in a limo, but me, it's like some random $2 car. I was only gone for a day, but I had this giant tote bag with me because of course I had to have like all the outfits I needed for every scene and some makeup and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot they went to a strip club after, and it was Scores. I didn't even know they had a Scores in Vegas. That must have been gone by the time I got here. Not that I go to strip clubs, but in Vegas you just kind of know what all the strip clubs are because locals go more than like regular people in other cities, I guess. Okay, so everybody's coming back on the party bus the next day, and I greet them in the dining room where everybody's there. It's buffet time. And this is one of the rare moments on the show where I see the setting and I'm like, oh, that looks nice. Like that would be like a moment in time I'd like to go back to, because I always say if I could pick which eras of my life to relive, like I wouldn't pick the mansion era just because it was really stressful for me and there was a lot of behind the scenes drama. But rarely on the show, I'll see moments like Casablanca night or like this buffet, and I'll be like, oh, that was a nice moment. Like that would be nice to go back and like relive that moment. Like it just looks like a very like sunny, like fresh day, and like all the friends are around the dinner table. So this looks like a nice day if you want to enjoy this scene. I'm like relieved to watch footage of myself because as you get older, you get paranoid, or at least I do, about like how old you look. And I'm always like, I don't know about my nasolabial folds. Like they're too shadowy. I don't know. But then I'm watching back and I'm like, they looked like that 15 years ago. So I'm okay. I'm good. I need to chill. Okay, so takeaways from that episode. Favorite part was when I rolled myself down the bowling alley, just because that was like a rare moment where I was just like relaxed and being myself and felt like I could be goofy and didn't care. My least favorite was just that I had to go home early. Like I felt like I could never really stay and like really enjoy the company of the other women as much as I would have liked to. And like I'm watching that footage, I'm like, oh, Sarah was there and Kimberly was there and all those people, and it would have been so much fun to just hang out. So I don't like it that I had to go home a day early. I don't think it was really necessary. Like Hef was always surrounded by friends. It's not like he would have ever been totally alone. And if so, it was for one night. And also I would have been working because it was the show. So that's my negative from this episode. But overall, that was a fun episode to watch. The next episode, I'm not gonna like so much. It's the episode with my most embarrassing scene of all scenes. So if you want to join me for that one, I will see you then. Bye.